A post is akin to a trip, save one critical difference. We're actually going to be making contact with his leg in order to cause the post. Whereas a trip, we're placing in front and moving over top of our own supporting leg. A post is joining with his supporting leg. No matter how we touch, that's upon which we're going to rotate. So the most basic of posts are, he takes a step forward, we know he's going to continue. Right now his triangle points over there, but as this foot continues forward to square off with us, that's when we hit. Posting on top of that, locking arm, power transfer. So he steps in, we start moving. A post requires the articulation of your leg. It's not a classical movement. It's an articulation of your entire appendage. You can't lift, jam, and fire him across. He'll feel this. Any experienced person will. They'll feel this energy. All you want to do, rotate the knee outward, invert the foot, and place it on. Look at the difference between this motion and this motion. He feels the change in level too late, as opposed to the strength to fire him. That's what we mean by a renovation. A renovation. There, stuck to his leg. But a post isn't an action of the foot. A post is the action of the leg. To make that difference poignant, it can also be launched from the knee. If you post with your knee, which happens once you pass into this middle ground and even into close range, here. On the close range, you can still access that joint. Remember, range is not a tactical function, it's biomotor. So if we're in long range, the nearest weapon is the wrist and ankles, correct? We moved in the middle ground, elbows and knees. To cause the post lift, where's his triangle point? Right now it's behind me. I'll give it a better angle. Here. As soon as this pops out, we use power transfer and locking arm. If you move in tighter, we get into close range. It's more with our pelvis, but we still need to use the function of the leg. So we're in tight, and he's driving. There it is. It just happens of its own accord. And remember the spinal wave. To cause the function, we start here. Everything sneaks underneath him. As we expand in joint mass center, you'll see why this domination occurs. Time to dust the floor. As we move away from trip, planting in front of him, post, planting on him, sweep requires rhythm and timing. You need to join with his motion. A sweep is, as he moves to place a supporting leg downward, we are going to capture his marriage of gravity to the ground and continue. A sweep is capturing it the very last moment. If he goes to step and I try and bring it up too early or too late, I'm in a precarious position because, he feels it. It needs to be, he's on the ground wondering why he's looking up, more smiling. So he steps, and we continue. Now the articulation is the same like we spoke of with a post. From here, we have inversion and eversion. There's the sweep. A great throw is less. If you've mastered this, you've mastered everything. It's so subtle. Now, if you have a true fight, you need to use the least amount of energy possible for many reasons. If you're in a sporting environment, you need to use the least amount of energy possible because you may have 6 or 8 different opponents in one day. The least amount possible. This is the ultimate demonstration of skill. To do the least, not the most. The least. A great throw is less. So we have a traditional sweep. We'll start this way. We move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, if we continue this 1, 2, 3, a traditional sweep is just like the traditional post. We lift and we move him. A renovation is we do the least amount using our leg infinity, using every articulation in the body to cause this motion. Don't forget about the upper body. We have locking arm, power transfer. So we move 1, 2, 3, and we move back 1, 2, 3. We have power transfer, locking arm, sweep. That's all that's left. But the sweep is not just eversion, inversion. We can also 1, 2, 3, continue his foot along its natural path. Can I chop out his leg? Not likely. Anyone that's sensitive enough is going to feel that. So we're merely everting our foot. We also have the rotational value. So this too is a sweep, meaning if we work 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, instead of getting to know each other better, doing a waltz, we're looking at the leg infinity and its implication on this forward and backward movement. Are we chopping at his leg? No. We're rotating in the middle of the leg.